Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slickey here on the Daybreak Show, and I've got a great couple of guests in studio talking about Olympic College. And we're welcoming in to the community Dr. Marty Cavalluzzi, the new Olympic College president, and Allison Smith as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming and talking with me.
Yeah,
Thank you for
inviting
inviting us.
Nice to meet you, Marty. And you started back in February of this year as president of Olympic College, past president at Pierce College's Puyallup branch for about 5 years. And talk to me a little bit of what you've seen since coming on board in February. What brought you to Olympic College? You saw the listing there and decided to put your name in for the running.
Absolutely. So actually I had been eyeing Olympic College for a long time, and I thought David Mitchell would have to retire sooner or later. And he did. And then it opened up, and actually several other presidents that worked with me said, there's Marty's job. That's the dream job.
Really?
I've been eyeing Olympic College. It's a great college.
Well, tell me why.
Well, first of all, so at Pierce College, there are two colleges in that district and two presidents, and we report to a chancellor, and then a chancellor reports to a board. Here at Olympic College, there's one president, and I report to the board, so it's actually a step up for me. So it was the next logical step in my professional progression.
Sure.
But more than that, it's just the college. The college has a great reputation. I like that it's the only game in town, so it means a lot more to the community. I've actually know people who've grown up in Bremerton, and they rave about it. And basically, the more I walked around the community and the more I researched, the more I fell in love with the college. There's just so much there. It touches so many community members. I can't tell you. I mean, I go to Rotary and I run into somebody who's 60, 70 years old who says, oh, I was at Olympic College way back when, and I hear these great stories, but they just tell me how that actually gave them a jump start in life, and it changed their lives. And in fact, I was at a fundraiser a couple of weeks ago, and I ran into a woman who just, as soon as she heard I was the Olympic College president, just started crying, and she couldn't talk to me, and it took her about 10 minutes to start talking to me and saying, she went to Olympic College years ago. She got out of an abusive relationship, ended up at the college, and basically found herself and raved about the faculty and staff who literally saved her life.
Allison, these are the types of stories that you like hearing from the students who come and how great they find out about Olympic College. To be here with the president, the guy who is running the whole show now, and hearing that passion has got to be already marking dividends in the local community.
Absolutely. And, one of the special things about the Shelton campus is the fact that it's so small that we really become attached to our students, that we get to know them by name, and so, yeah, it's great.
Couple of different campuses now that are under your purview, Marty, and talk to me a little bit how you spend time between all of them, and what are your goals as you move forward into 2019 and beyond?
Happy to. So we have basically three campuses, right? We're at OC Bremerton, OC Paulsbo, and OC Shelton. But we also teach a lot of classes out at Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. So a huge apprenticeship program.
That's great.
So I spend it's a fantastic program. They go into great careers. So I spend my time bouncing around to all four. And it's not easy to do, but I do it. So I've been coming out to Shelton. One thing I've done is, so we have weekly executive team meetings, and now for the first time ever, we're having those meetings go to the different campuses.
Okay.
So we'll be coming out. We're going to come out this month of it, just because of the who's on campus and everything. We're postponing it to next month. And we'll be out here, but it gets all of the executives and vice presidents, everyone out on the campus, to really spend some time here, because I'm not sure everyone comes out all the time.
Sure.
But I want that. I want increased exposure out here in Shelton.
Classes on the shipyard, as you mentioned, lead into great potential employment afterwards. We've got the welding shop here that a lot of folks are involved with here locally. Are those the types of future models that you're looking at, more partnerships perhaps with other organizations, or more of the hands-on kind of technical side of higher education?
Right now we're working on a strategic plan for the Shelton campus. And I think it's going to be a two-pronged approach. One is what we'd like to get to is that every single student who wants a transfer degree, so a running start student or anyone at all who wants a transfer degree, should be able to come to the Shelton campus and get that. And so we'd like those on-ground courses, enough that we have enough spectrum that anyone can come and plug in and see that if they start on this date, they graduate on another date. And they see the path, so it's easily. It's nice and smooth, so they can transfer, then go to a university and still go out and get a career, right? It's all about getting people jobs.
Yeah.
So all of it, no matter what they're doing, transferring or going right into something like the welding program. So it's looking at that strategic plan, the other needs, the welding program is going strong, and the students love that, but they've also told us they want some of the trades like carpentry, plumbing, and electrical. So we're looking into that right now to see if that's possible.
We look at some of the other ways that folks are learning these days, and online courses are another big way. Secondary education is coming not only into the local classrooms, but the libraries and the homes, and as spread out as the campus is, how much more online opportunities do you see in the future for folks?
It's always growing. In fact, right now we're hiring people who their expertise is in the development of online courses, because you don't simply just take something you're doing in an on-ground course and throw it into an online environment. There's a lot more to it. And there's so we're hiring people to do that, but it's also just looking at what the need is and expanding into that, because it's I guess what we want is that it want it to work, right? So there are some students who thrive in an online environment, and so those are the ones we're trying to connect to. But we're also trying to make sure I think some people have an idea that the online classes are easier, and we're making sure they know it's not necessarily easier. It's different.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I like about it. The online courses allow a whole spectrum of people who would never be able to go to class because they're working all day long, or they have kids, and when they're suddenly free, it's at late at night or something, or at 2 a.m., and they want to take a class, and the online classes really allow that to happen. And it also helps with people who have disabilities, who it's not easy to get in a vehicle and somehow make it to the college and navigate to classrooms. So now they're at home and they have their custom keyboards or whatever they need, and they can actually participate in classes. So I see it growing. I see it growing a lot.
Lots of growth in all of Olympic College. Allison, I know you've got some additional new classes and offerings that are coming up in the next year, some exciting partnerships with the local transit community center, some of the facilities there available, and some different culinary offerings as well. Talk to me quickly about some of that.
So right now we're offering the Nursing Assistant Certification Program that started fall quarter. It's been in Shelton before and is back. That's pretty popular. Winter quarter, we're starting a certificate in nonprofit leadership.
Wow.
It's 2 quarters, and so we're still taking. There's room to sign up for that, and I'm hoping to start a hospitality program spring quarter. And I think everything I hear here in Mason County, that's a real popular program to pursue. But yes, we've got yoga, and we're bringing music back to the Shelton campus. Our number one goal is to have a robust offering of courses for the students, and for them to be able to get face-to-face time with instructors right on the Shelton campus.
Marty, are there any classes or courses that you have had in your previous times at other colleges that you think would be a great fit to start looking at, maybe to bring into Olympic College? Something that you remember going, oh, that was a popular course and also provided a lot of good dividends to community?
Well, I'll say there's so we're doing this right now at Olympic College. We're doing a pilot program of college success courses, and it seems like, well, yeah, everybody should know how to go to college, but the reality is they don't.
Right.
And 26% of our students are first in their entire family to go to college.
Wow.
So that's a big deal, because it's a scary thing to walk into this building and think, I've worked 2 or 3 part-time jobs. I know I can't do it forever. I think college is going to help me get a better career. How do I do it? And you walk into the building, and it's scary.
Yeah.
You don't know what to expect, and people throw acronyms at you, say, oh, you got to go take this test or this acuplacer or something else, and you're like, I don't even know what that is.
Right.
So this college success class, actually, you get into it and you learn about how to study. A lot of students don't really know how to study, and you learn what the resources are. Like, we have tutoring and a writing center and counseling and advising and financial aid. How do you actually pay for college? These are the kind of things that they get out of this, right? So I would like to see that grow. It's more so not just specific courses, but it's what we're doing. So right now, Shelton's getting a complete facelift, which you can talk about right now if you want.
Well, the campus, it's always been a joke on the Shelton campus that we will get hand-me-downs from the Bremerton campus.
Sure.
And you know, we've had a roof leak for several years, and we figure we'll get a new roof when they give up one in Bremerton. But
now you're getting a new roof.
Put it on the list.
but Marty has been incredibly supportive of the Branch campus, and so right now we have the entire interior is being painted with some fresh, nice colors, and the furniture is all being replaced. So all the classrooms and open space areas are getting all new furniture that is going to make a huge impact, I think, for students. They'll really be able to have a lot of pride in the school.
And you're working on the entranceways and just in that, and the landscaping and everything, because, you know, you want to instill academic success, right?
Yeah.
If you're coming to a college, you want it to look like this is a professional environment.
Sure.
So we're just going to make it even more so.
You can find out more about Olympic College online at olympic.edu, and that gets you to all the programs, classes, the various campuses that are available for folks, and some maps and calendars as you get ready to register, tuition due, and look for winter classes beginning Wednesday, January 2nd. Get right back in there in the classroom. Allison, always good to talk with you.
You
Marty,
too,
it was
Jeff.
nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
I look
Thank
forward to
you.